That's pretty much what audiences said to Ryan's World, the movie, a $10 million project that was supposed to be the next big kids adventure, but instead became one of the biggest box office disasters YouTube has ever produced. How bad was it? Let's just say theaters made more money selling popcorn than they did from actual ticket sales. It wasn't just a flop, it was a complete collapse. The movie, hyped as a globe-spanning adventure for kids, premiered in over 2,100 theaters worldwide. A massive marketing push. YouTube trailers every 5 minutes. Red carpet premieres. A balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. But when the lights dimmed, nobody showed up. Ryan Kaji, better known as the kid behind Ryan's World, had built an empire reviewing toys since he was just 3.5 years old. His channel once pulled billions of views. One video alone hit 2 billion. But time doesn't stop. The audience grew up. The same kids who used to watch him unbox toys in 2016 are now in middle school, scrolling TikTok and watching streamers argue about who fell off. Meanwhile, Ryan's World stayed trapped in time, still chasing 6-year-old magic that simply doesn't exist anymore. So when Ryan's World, the movie, finally hit theaters, the internet's reaction was pure confusion. Wait, this was in theaters? TikToks went viral of people sitting completely alone in entire movie theaters. One guy whispered, "I'm literally the only person here." Another bragged that his ticket cost just 54 cents. At that point, you're not watching a movie, you're making a donation to the Flop Fund. Within a week, theaters dropped it entirely. Some reports said only 10 locations were still showing it by the second week. Even parents were saying, "We'll just wait for YouTube." Ticket prices were slashed just to fill seats, but it didn't matter. It became the modern version of those buy one, get one free DVD bins at Walmart, except nobody even wanted the first one. And then came the critics. Oh, they did not hold back. One reviewer called it a vanity project disguised as a family film. Another said, "This is what happens when underage YouTube stars with no acting experience have parents more motivated by greed than storytelling." Ouch. Even reviews aimed at parents described it as appealing only to toddlers with zero attention span, basically saying, if your kid can form a full sentence, they'll probably walk out. The story didn't help either. Critics said it felt more like a 90-minute commercial than a real film, half live action, half animation, all product placement. When you charge full theater prices, people expect a movie, not a glorified YouTube Kids episode. Now, to be fair, none of this is Ryan's fault. He didn't greenlight the movie or manage the budget. He's a teenager who's been performing since before he could read. The real issue lies with his parents, who treated his childhood like a never-ending business opportunity. As the views started dropping, they didn't slow down, they doubled down. More merch. More games. And now, a movie that tried to keep the Ryan's World empire alive just a little bit longer. But there's only so long you can monetize childhood before it stops looking cute and starts looking uncomfortable. The boy who once unboxed toys for fun now delivers scripted lines written by a marketing team, and everyone can see it, especially him. In interviews, Ryan looks checked out. His dad jumps in to answer most questions. The spark that once made the channel special is gone. What used to be a family project now feels like a full-time job, one he never applied for. So when the movie dropped, people didn't root for it, they rebelled against it. The internet's message was loud and clear: let this kid retire. And honestly, they have a point. How do you spend $10 million on a movie that was half filmed in your own house? The animation looked cheap, the writing shallow, and the result was something no one asked for. Most of that budget probably went to marketing, licensing, and distribution, everything except the actual film. Because that's what Ryan's World has become, a brand machine built around a kid who doesn't want to be there anymore. Even the behind-the-scenes footage feels off. Everyone's smiling, but it's that forced, polished, brand-safe kind of happy. Ryan talks about having fun with friends, but his tone sounds rehearsed, like a kid trained to give perfect sound bites. And when a $10 million family project feels like a desperate attempt to keep the cash flowing, it's hard not to see it as a last-ditch grab before Ryan gets too old to sell toys. What's worse? Right after the movie failed, the family's new focus shifted to Ryan's twin sisters, Emma and Kate. Suddenly, they're everywhere, starring in new videos, TikToks, and sponsorships. It's like a baton pass, except the baton is a camera, and the race never ends. After the flop, nothing improved. Ryan's main channel didn't blow up. Merch sales didn't spike. The movie didn't even chart on kids' film lists. It came and went quietly, like a tax write-off no one wants to talk about. No sequel. No press tour. No follow-up. Just silence. Even die-hard fans barely mention it anymore, which tells you everything. Because this wasn't just the end of a movie, it was the end of Ryan's World as we knew it. Not the kid, but the empire his parents built around him. And the message is clear: you can't commercialize childhood forever. At some point, the audience grows up, and so should the content. The Ryan's World movie wasn't just a box office bomb, it was a wake-up call. The golden age of YouTube kid empires is over. The magic's gone. The audience has moved on. And the boy who once ruled YouTube? He's now starring in the most uncomfortable sequel of all, adolescence.